This is Brian back with a Hedera update, alright, and I believe this thing is getting ready to start going here. This market today is really starting to take off, and what's really weird is I'm going to show you guys with Bitcoin dominance and stuff acting the way it is. We're going to get back to this chart here in a second. We're going to show you what I believe this thing is heading definitely up for higher prices. But the crypto bubbles here, look at these gains for the week. Cospa up almost 40%, STX 47. Got some big gainers out there, you know, just for the day. And what's really weird is with Bitcoin dominance doing what it is, you know, these things should be getting crushed right now. Okay, I'm going to show you that here in a second. But you know, Cospa up almost 12% for the day, STX 27. So really kind of some weird stuff going on out there. And let's go through it real quick, and I'll show you guys. First off, let me get HBAR over to where I need it here. I apologize. There we go. Let me get my other set of coins here. All right, right here. Here we go. Number one, Bitcoin dominance. Look at this thing. This thing is just not slowed down. All right, the measured move out of that wedge was up to 50.4%. Okay, this thing's up at 50.8 right now. All right, that was the width of the wedge on top of the breakout. Okay, so this thing is definitely just tearing. Just in the last week, you know, since the breakout of this, it is up you know, roughly 5% for the week. That's a lot for Bitcoin dominance. That's crazy. These altcoins should be getting wrecked right now, and they're not. So it's really odd, really odd. Anytime you see Bitcoin dominance rising, usually the altcoins are just getting destroyed. 20% down, 30%, but they're not. So that's fantastic to see. Not sure what's going on with that, but I'm sure we'll find out. All right, the DXY, this dollar index, it has the daily RSI is just starting to head up on it. So what we're looking for is a lower low to come in, a lower high. I mean, we had this high, we had a lower high. We're looking for a lower high to come in on this once this runs up. Okay, we have bearish divergence on the bottom. All right, you can see that we had right here, we had this low, then we had a higher low. Down on the bottom on the divergence, we had a higher low, then we had a lower low on the divergence. So that's bearish. So hopefully this thing ends up rolling over. Don't want to see it crash. Obviously, it's the dollar. I don't want to see that. I just want to see it come down some, so crypto can run. All right, the total. These charts, believe me, you want to see them. They're pretty crazy what's going on here. All right, this is the crypto total market cap without Bitcoin. All right, we have an inverse head and shoulders on this thing. All right, look at this. All right, this thing is, according to that, this thing should be breaking back in to this wedge. So that's fantastic to see. All right, it's right on the verge of getting back in there. Okay, now let's move over here to the total market cap. Okay, and come out here and look at this. Same thing. This thing had an inverse head and shoulders right here. All right, now it's breaking out the other side. Okay, this is the total market cap of crypto, $1.077 trillion. All right, it's just broke out the other side here. You can see it right there. Now, if we look at the RSIs, let's put it on the daily. You can see the daily is still going up at 82 and 71. The weekly is just starting up. The weekly is just starting up. Okay, so this could absolutely get insane. And this it's crazy because this chart looks very familiar. It looks exactly like Bitcoin's chart. All right, last time the stochastic on the weekly was this low was back roughly the beginning of December, and it wasn't even that low. You know, it was up here. Really, we'd have to go back to a year ago, June of 2022. And then what we ended up getting out of these moves when the last time these were reset, we ended up getting this first one ended up being a 43% pump. Okay, and then this one here ended up being, this is on the total market cap of crypto. This one ended up being a 69% pump. So imagine the total market cap getting a 70% pump. You know what I'm saying? That's another $700 million, or 700 billion, I'm sorry, into the market cap. So this could get real exciting out here, guys. That's for sure. All right, let's go over here to. We showed you Bitcoin dominance. We want to look at Bitcoin real fast because we had. Let's move in here on the daily. All right, widen this out some. We had this breakout of this the wedge pattern. I don't know why my wedge isn't loading up here for some reason. Having some bad storms in my area today, but anyway, the top of that wedge was right through there. We're getting the breakout of this thing. This thing is looking fantastic. All right, if we break it down to the 1 hour, all right, and get rid of let's get rid of them RSIs on the bottom here. Okay, this should be a one wave down here. So if we put a trend-based fib on here and pull it down, you know, this thing is shooting. I apologize, and I'm not using them wicks. All right. Let me do this. I'm sorry. I apologize, guys. Let me get this. I'm going to get this right. There we go. Okay, this thing is shooting for a target of around 29,000 to 29,400. You know, if it carries out the whole way, right? This would be a 1, 2. We should be working on this third wave, fourth wave pullback, and a fifth wave blow off. So we'll see what happens with that. But Bitcoin is looking beautiful right now. Okay, now to get back to HBAR, because that's what we're here for. All right, now all this ties back in together. Obviously, you have Bitcoin breaking out. Then you have the whole market breaking out. Okay, this first resistance we're going to run into here, okay, is going to be right up here, this blue line. All right, but the very first one is going to be at 5 cents. Okay, we hit right up here this yellow line. Okay, what is that? 0.0504. All right, that's going to be our first level of resistance in here. Actually, right there, I'm sorry, it's 0.04905. We ended up hitting it. We tapped off that. Now, what we don't want, we want to come up here, right up here, this former support line right through here. We don't want to see this become resistance. When we get up here, we want to break through this. Okay, so we're going to be keeping an eye on that very, very closely. All right, we want to definitely get through that zone. This is on the weekly. Now look at that weekly stochastic RSI. It's at a 10.27 and a 49. So that is absolutely beautiful. The last time HBAR had the weekly stochastic reset, it ended up pumping, wow, 177% on the weekly. So it ended up going from, what was it, 3.5 cents to just about 10 cents, 0.099. So that is beautiful, 177%. But I believe this thing is doing a 5 wave up, just like everything else here in the market. Okay, we end up zooming in here. You can see this here might be our 1 wave. Let's get a look here. This could be our 1 right there. Let's zoom out to 4. There we go. That makes it a little bit clearer, don't it? You can clearly see a 1, 2 right there. So let's put a trend-based fib on here. See what kind of targets this is giving us. All right. You know, if this works out, let me clean that up a little bit. I apologize. Get drawing on there and talking about support and resistance areas, and to make my chart a mess. I apologize about that, everybody. Sorry, but I want to get that off there so we can see this clearly. Okay, so if this ends up being a 1, 2, then and plays out, okay, this would be a 1, 2. This 3 wave should end up being pretty long, and this, here's that former support line we were talking about right here. If we get the breakthrough of that, okay, then a pullback, test it as support, and then our 5th wave blow off, okay. And if Bitcoin keeps running the way it is, we have our weekly RSI on the bottom, okay. Remember, last time the weekly was on the bottom, this thing ran 177%. So a move like this would not be out of the question. That would take it up to 6 cents. That's only geez, that isn't nothing in the grand scheme of things here. Okay, so what is that? Right up to 6 cents. How much is that? That's nothing. Right from where we're at now to 6 cents would be, no, that's nothing at all. That's a 22% move. So, but absolutely very realistic. Okay, and I'm not saying that that's going to finish up on the weekly. That should be just a start. I would expect this thing, you know, most of the time you get a retrace to at least the 618 off these bigger moves. You know, if you put a fib on here, this thing eventually will retrace, whether it's going to do it this time or next time or whenever. You know, right up to that would put us up to the 618, right around 7 cents. So, geez, that kind of all tied together there, didn't it? And quite honestly, I was kind of winging it there. So, but it all ended up tying in together. So, if that ends up being our 5 waves up, that would hit a 618 at 7 cents, and we'll see if that's how it plays out, guys. But this weekly stochastic is reset. The monthly is bullish. It's at a 34 and a 31. So right now, HBAR is looking great. And then in the bigger scheme of things, you're looking for a bigger retracement. You know, I believe this market is heading for a total crypto retracement right now, especially with everything breaking out the way it is. The total market cap, Bitcoin. You know, we should be looking for a 618 to a 702 retracement on the bigger picture here. So we're still looking for, you know, prices up at 30 cents to 38 cents, you know, for retracement levels up in here, you know. And that's what we need to do. We need to have this retracement, okay, so then we can roll over and finish out this bear market and then have our bull market, okay. That's how I believe next spring we're having Bitcoin halving, usually 6 to 7 months after the halving. That's how it happened in 2020. Then the market started going bananas, man. It was, if you haven't been through a bull run yet, I'm excited for you. I can't wait to see the comments on the videos. It's going to be the time of your life. I mean, get ready. You know, buckle up, because it gets totally crazy. But we need to have this retrace first, okay? Just like back in, let me show you here. Just like back in 2017 with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's one of the older coins, so I can actually show it. You know, most of the coins you don't have enough history, all right? But back in 2017, right here with Bitcoin, all right? Right here we had our retrace up to the 702. Then we rolled over, finished out our bear market, and then we went into the bull run. Alright, so that's what we're waiting for to happen here. A retrace. We're waiting for a retrace to come in on Bitcoin. Right here, the retrace on Bitcoin should come up. Let's see here what the prices would be for Bitcoin on a retrace. You know, we're looking for anywhere 42,000 to 48,000 bucks. You know, is what we're looking for Bitcoin for retracement. All right, so we want to see that come in on Bitcoin. We want to see this thing, and I believe that's where we're at now in the market. I believe we need this to come up, hit that 702, roll over, finish this bear market, and then start our bull run. That's what we need to happen right now. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. I could go on all day. Thank you. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for watching the video.